So there are a few different questions that I wanted to kind of address in this video. The GoFundMe is coming together very well, and I'm hoping to film a little bit of it tomorrow. A funny story behind, I think most of the people who have watched my channel for a while know that when I built this tiny house, I did a GoFundMe and a Kickstarter. Oh my gosh. And I made a video for that. Please bear in mind it's like 2.5 years old, I think. No, not quite that. But looking back now, I don't really like it, but it doesn't matter. I'm gonna show you guys it because I feel like you'd enjoy it, and then I'll talk about it after.
Growing up, we're taught that bigger is better, but is it? The goal of this project is to educate my community about how to be self-sufficient and off the grid. The idea started 2 years ago when I came across videos on YouTube about tiny houses. And ever since then, I've wanted to build one. I was always conscious of the effect people and the way they lived had on the environment. But turning off the light or putting your paper in the recycling never felt like I was helping enough. Tiny houses are the ultimate way to simplify your life. Can you imagine how much less carbon dioxide you would be putting into the atmosphere with a 120 square foot house opposed to a 2,500 square foot house? You don't have to spend money filling up your house with meaningless decorations. Many are avoiding strict construction codes by building their tiny houses on wheels. But the biggest benefit I see to building my tiny house on wheels is that I can take it wherever I want. Often I find people settle down in one area and don't want to move because the process of selling and moving is just not worth it. The opportunity to build a tiny house finally presented itself to me when I found out that housing and food costs for colleges are approximately $16,000 per year. My next thought was, why don't I build a tiny house and bring it with me to college? I proposed this project to my high school, and they approved it as my senior project. Our society is becoming more and more virtual, and as this happens, it is important to bring communities together through hands-on activities. My tiny house will include a loft bedroom, bathroom with composting toilet, kitchen, and living room. The tiny house will be powered by solar panels. Please, join me and together, let's build a tiny house. Thank you.
So, the main reason I showed you that is because of the background of the snow behind me as I'm talking in the beginning and kind of throughout the video. It is supposed to snow tonight and tomorrow, so I'm really hoping I can kind of bust myself a little bit and get everything all together so that I can produce something tomorrow and have the nice snowy background as part of the video. Another thing, the heater. Yes, I can't use my wood stove, so I got this electric heater. It was $59, and so far it's worked fine, but it just heats up the loft space. I haven't even tried down below because at this point I just feel like it's not worth it. I think I need a better heater to heat the whole house. So it heats up this space really well. It just doesn't quite do it on the whole house. One other thing that I wanted to talk about is how I make videos, which a few different people have asked me about that. Do I plan? Do I write a script? What program do I use to edit stuff? So the majority of the videos I make are not planned, not scripted. I just kind of sit down and then whatever comes out, I'll just take it and put it in Final Cut, and then I will basically cut out any of the pauses that I have or the ums. So that's that. And then because I've made so many videos, I delete them immediately after they're uploaded, which some people would disagree with, and in the future I do want to keep all the videos I make, but I mean, some videos are like 15 gigabytes, and that's too much. If you're making 15 gigabyte videos for 30 days, that's too much. Like, my computer won't hold that, so that's another little thing. I film on a Canon GX7 only since May. Prior to that, I was on like a Canon PowerShot 120 or something. This is basically, most people would say, is the best vlogging camera. I did a bunch of research, and so far it's been perfectly fine, and I like it a lot. The quality is very good, although the autofocus sometimes goes, but it's just a minor thing compared to all the other good things that it offers. So I edit on Final Cut. I don't use Photoshop at all. Another website I use is Canva, so I edit my thumbnails on there. I did my ebook cover. Oh, I actually have talked about that website in there in another video. I've done some other email stuff. Oh, and my tiny house video that I made for my senior presentation for my tiny house project that I put on YouTube. I'll link it below if you want to go see it, but that was scripted. That was one of the few videos that I scripted, and basically if I have a topic that I want to talk about, say minimalism, I might have a few notes that I have either below me or right next to the camera, but for the most part I'm just sitting down and talking, and maybe that's why sometimes the videos don't always seem to have a clear thread, but I'm okay with that. I don't really mind, and I think in general I tend to get my point across eventually. Maybe I could have stated it clearer or faster. I don't know. I feel like people appreciate both video type videos just as much, so I don't think it matters too much. I will keep you posted about tomorrow if I get the GoFundMe going, or at least part of it. Maybe I'll show you little clips of it. But besides that, I think that's it. That's all I have to say. If you have any more questions, you can leave them below. Yeah, it's been a crazy past few days, so the weather's getting colder, there's more things to do, there's the GoFundMe that's really exciting, I have a lot of reading to do, I have website work, and I have some writing that I have been wanting to do, so there's never a dull moment around here. Anyway, I better get back to cooking dinner, and I will see you tomorrow. I hope you had a wonderful day.